Yeah. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. One second. Regarding the word Prakriti, literary meaning of Prakriti is nature, but in Shastras it says Prakriti means Maya. Can you explain to me? Yes. Prakriti, yes, in literal meaning is nature, but Prakriti in Sanskrit, Prakarshena Kruti Yogyatva, that which is that which is capable of creating, that is called Prakriti. Prakarshena Kruti. Kruti means creation, that which has the capacity to create. So Maya is, as I said, another name for Prakriti, or Prakriti is Maya. So, in Shastra, Prakriti means Maya, that is another name. So, this is the reply. You wanted to know about it, no? So, Prakriti, in yes, we call it nature, but in Shastra, it means Prakriti means Maya Shakti, which creates, which sustains, and which also is responsible for dissolution. So all that is done by Prakriti. So Prakriti is the real material cause also. The material cause of the creation is also Prakriti, Maya. From this only everything is made. Then, please help me forgive, please help me overcome my inability to forgive. Okay. See, it is not easy to forgive. Requires that you forget. Sometimes you feel it may be so also that you have been wronged by others, and naturally that hurts you. So it is difficult to forgive others. But tell me, if you will not forgive, it will not go away from your mind also. You will always be stuck with that. And the person who has done, as I said, has wronged you, maybe they are not capable of changing. You can talk to them, talk what they have done to you, and if they understand, fine. But sometimes, some incidents occur because of which two parties or two persons they cut off their relations forever. This is also what we see. Now, even when we cut off our relations, we do not talk to each other, we create a physical distance, but that person remains in our mind. If I'm too much hurt by that, then that person is going to be there in my mind. Other than that, it is best that you forgive. They did it, and maybe that was my karma. Maybe. It is quite possible that that person abused his free will, but it came to me. This event occurred with me, so that may be my karma also. Perhaps that person is merely instrumental in bringing that to me, my karma, the result of my karma. It was to come anyway, and Bhagwan has to make someone instrument for that. So this person, not that we are totally discrediting that person for doing something wrong. But what has happened because it was written in my karma. So I forgive and forget. I forgive and forget. Otherwise, you understand, this will continue. This will continue in your mind forever. It won't leave you. And you suffer that pain. Incident happened and it's over. But it remains in your mind, hurting you, hurting you, hurting you. And we do not know how many diseases it is causing. So, it is better that you forgive. Maybe they were not in the right mood. Maybe they are not that refined. Maybe their disposition is only like that. Every time tit for tat will not work. Even if you make it work, the effect will be there in your mind. Best is to forgive. And when you forgive, it is quite likely that that person concerned will understand that in spite of doing like this, I'm forgiven. So that will be the end. And that person will also repent for quite possible, some may be too thick skinned and they may not repent. But in all likelihood, they will realize their mistake because I forgive. My that attitude will reach, hopefully. And even if it doesn't reach, don't bother. We are all seekers and we need to go ahead in our lives, in our journey. If we hold on to this kind of things, then it is a big pain in the neck. So forgive and forget. And if we go to Atma, nothing touches the Atma. In empirical reality, okay. But if we switch on to the absolute reality, Paramarthic reality, their Atma is totally untouched by all of this. Asanga. When even swords and fire and water and this kind of things don't touch Atma, then what to talk of this thing? So, forget it. I am on a different plane now. So, that will give you power. What gives power to you is this. Otherwise, that event has more power than me because I'm constantly affected by this. In meditation, this will occur, this will come. Even though this has happened some time ago. So, with large heartedness and for my own good, I forgive. I forgive. Okay. Maybe I did something with you sometime, and this is the way I am getting it back. Fine. Now, account is over. Now, that is over. So, whatever little give and take was left is done. Now, we are clear. So, this way, it is intelligent to forgive also.
Can I do the follow up on that? Say
Take
One,
your
one
mic.
second. Let me, can I, it with me, so let me comment on this. So if it is that way,
I don't think it's on.
In the context of our diction, you touch the second point. If it is Atma, because when I say I forgive, it puts me in the I, right? Then I come into picture, that the body come into picture. The moment I forgive, if it is not my Atma, if I be I as my body, then is it not putting me onto the ego? Aham, oh, I forgive you. That means I am at one level up and I look at you at down.
No, but because that person had wronged you, if you happen to forgive them, then it need not be your ego that, in fact, it is good. You are humbling your ego.
The moment I say I forgive, it says me, oh, I forgive you. Okay. So I'm at
I don't think it will create ego. I don't think so. I don't think so.
I wanted to ask you on the follow-up that say I forgive the person, but there is no changes in that person, even though you reach out. Uh, then how do I forgiving it affects me? I will be feeling the same way probably.
No. See, you did not forgive with the expectation that they will admit their mistake. If you forgive with the expectation that they will accept that yes, I did wrong to you, they will never accept.
And they will never change also.
It's okay.
Yeah.
If they don't, then that is their problem. If I hold on to that, that is my problem. Because that won't leave me. It will constantly hurt us. Why should we why should we allow that thing to hurt us, to affect us, our health, our mind, our mood? Okay, talk to them. If they listen to you, if they are ready to understand, fine. Otherwise, just forget them.
So
Let them be what they are.
So according to you, even though they don't behave properly, you should forgive them.
See, I'm not saying that you should be ready for the humiliation all the time. Be firm in whatever you want to say, to convey to them. Just say. But when the thing has happened and they have affected you in some ways, it would be better not to go for tit for tat. Now you destroyed our this, so I will also destroy that. That will continue. And sometimes for generations, it continues. And the coming people, they don't know anything, but they will hold on to this.
Forgiveness is between you, me, and Ishvara. And that's the question. Because Ishvara knows everything that you think. So it doesn't matter what the person that is forgiven, it's between him and Ishvara.
And let me tell you, the person they always know, but they are too egoistic to accept.
Yes.
Anyone, and this question came on the first day. Anyone who does something wrong, goes against the law, moral law. If you hurt others deliberately, then you know about it. It's not that you don't know, but the ego and the pride is so much that they are not ready to accept. That time will also come. Let Ishvara handle them. They will have, we don't wish that, but they will have to pay for what they are doing. Nobody can escape. Why should we take that in our hands? Let the law of karma work. Maybe today what I am getting is my karma. What I did somewhere, sometime to this person in some form is coming back to me. Then it's over, finished. Now it's over. Then you will be relieved. The burden will go. I think that is a better way. Rather than continuing, carrying that hurt, nursing that hurt all the time, it won't help. It won't help you.
So if they continue to keep hurting you, even though if they continue hurting you, in spite of like you forgive them, but you're in a relationship where you can't just leave or walk out, and they continue to do that, continue hurting you, then what should one do?
If they continue, then you can, as I said, you talk to them. It's not that you cannot talk to them. And whatever sometimes is necessary, you can talk to police, things like that. But same thing, that you took away my this thing, so I will take a, you did this to my parents, so I will not extend the same thing. If that is necessary, cut off your relations with them. You can do that. Create a physical distance if nothing works. If nothing is working, okay. Bye bye. That is where I end with you.
Sorry, what is the opposite to that?
No, no, no.
Oh, sorry. Let's say
Opposite.
scenario opposite to what we talk about, somebody hurt you.
Oh.
But if somebody thinks that you hurt them,
If we hurt others,
and
yes.
if you ask for the forgiveness, then you may have hurt them without you knowing
Yes,
that
true.
you hurt them.
True.
So you still ask for the forgiveness,
True.
of course. And then if it doesn't forgive, then you can just let it go.
It may be, we understand that it is sometimes difficult for people to forgive.
Right, exactly.
So don't be too insistent that no, you have to forgive me. You have to forgive me. You wish and you confess your mistake. I'm sorry for what I did. I should not have done.
And
I humiliated you. It was not becoming of me to behave in such a manner with you. I'm extremely sorry. I seek your pardon. If that person is large hearted, will forgive. If he has this kind of see, one should have that one has value for forgiving is also a big thing. Otherwise, no, I will hold on to this. When we hold on, then it keeps on hurting, pinching us all the time. So you seek for forgiveness. And if they don't forgive, give them that space. Give them. Huh? But from you, the attitude will pass that no, the person is really repenting. The person is really aware of what he or she has done. And they admit it. That itself, half the battle is won. Half the battle is won. It will take some time, but that intensity will go away.
But rather than forgive word, try to use it, let go.
Say something. I was thinking about what you were saying. I think there might also
Let it
be.
go. If you put forgiveness, right? I'm at one level, I'm forgiving you. Rather than let it go.
It's the same as good as no big difference.
I was going to just
You
address
let go or forgive, it's all fine.
that, which I think is in this country and the way that we're growing up here, the word forgiveness comes from a largely, I think this is maybe what you're talking about, a Judeo-Christian background of mercy, kind of like, oh, look at me, I'm so big. I have such a generosity of heart that I'm forgiving you, you're so small.
Okay.
So I think that might be what you're picking up on. And I think that Swamini is using it differently.
Yeah. Maybe the one who forgives has an upper hand, you mean to say?
I think
Okay.
it comes from
Then let us let go.
like mercy and like
My
because
language,
of my power.
Okay.
is forgiveness only God can do. Neither none of us can do forgiveness.
No, we use this word for our forgiving others also.
Yeah.
Not only that God will forgive.
I just want to share, but no question.
Yeah.
But I know what he and
Can you-
she's referring to.
Ah.
No, I know a friend of mine,
Ah.
he had problems with his brother.
Ah.
And the older brother was in Ahmedabad. And he just thought about it and he said, no, he had done a lot of wrong. According to him, the younger brother, the older brother had done a lot of wrong. So he called him and he said, I forgive you. The older brother hung up and never spoke to him again.
Sorry about it.
I'm saying, because there is a certain word, forgiveness does indicate a certain superiority.
Okay.
I forgive you.
Oh.
And this is real happening. He's a very good friend of mine, and he meant it 100%. He's a very honest, candid guy, the one I know, younger brother. And he, in all earnestness, he called, and he was hoping to repair the damage.
Okay.
But that was never restored.
Oh, who are you to forgive?
Oh, he didn't even ask him that he hung up.
Exactly. If both of us on the same note, we don't accept who did mistake. So if I forgive you, the other person, that means you did a mistake.
Okay.
I don't accept it.
I'm fine and I'm, as he said, I have an upper hand.
Yeah.
That I'm superior to you. Okay. then
This is a very
we have to use some other, okay, let go, and I forget, if not forget.
And you don't have to really tell them you're forgiving. You can just do it in your mind.
Yes. And that's let go.
I just want to add one thing. That, when the question comes of forgiving for something, then somebody has done something which is either hurt you or cause some kind of disturbance in your mind. Right? That is when the question even comes of forgiving. But if you think about it, the burden, if you don't forgive, the burden, who is carrying it? You are carrying it. The person may not even be aware that his words or actions did something to you.
No, but then we have to be sensitive. See, I may, supposing I am talking to others, and I may be talking in my own style, but that may not be acceptable to you. So there are different cultures, different mannerisms, different things, different language. See, I didn't know this connotation of forgiveness and all that. So we have to be sensitive. If I happen to hurt you in some way, and if you bring it to my notice, then I should be ready to say sorry or seek your pardon. That can be done.
Basically, so long as you keep it in your mind, you are carrying the burden. So that is going to lead to unhappiness in your life.
Exactly.
That's
So
the question.
whether-
That's the
right,
question.
whether
That's
there's a
the
direct
question.
saying
And
that
you know
you forgive
actually it's how do you release it? How do you release it?
I am not able to get you. The microphone.
That's the question, Swamiji. That's the question that I asked. This is my question.
Okay.
How do I release it? Because it's years. Like you said, I carried this burden for years. How do I release it?
Keep it and bring it out of your mind. It was there in my life. This was there to happen. It happened. Whoever is responsible for it, I hold nothing against them.
I still hold it. I still hold it. I can't. I don't know why I still hold it.
But with this attitude, you can bring about a change in you. Be large enough. I don't know what has hurt you, but there must be something very significant so that you are affected so much. But be large-hearted. Otherwise, our years pass away in this.
I think the only way to release it is to pray, to ask Ishvara to help me release it.
Yeah, you can. Tell Ishvara, please help me.
Yes.
Yeah. So do that. In this, the theory of karma really helps.
It's not a theory, it's a reality.
No. Yes, exactly. But here's, some people do not believe in this. Those who do not believe in next life and life after death and all that, for them, this is not easy. But otherwise, it's a bit shock absorber. Okay, it was to happen with me in my life. This person is just an instrument. This makes it very easy.
Can I give a last input on that?
Yeah.
I have read, I think it was one of the Swami or the Dalai Lama, I think mentioned that if you are hold on a burning coal in your hand, it's going to burn you.
Right.
So you rather let it go. If that person now behave or whatever, that is the best way to deal with it. Don't hold the burning coal.
Yeah.
And when you hold the burning coal, you know this is a burning coal. So you immediately let it go. So you have to understand that this is a burning coal, so let it go.
Yeah.
That's the way.
That's beautiful.
But if you see the class, right, the class what we had it, they hurt the body, not me. So as long as you feel that you are not the body.
Everybody, here we can talk about all this. To think about Atma and all that. Outside, nobody knows what is Atma and things like that.
Why we should know about others? It is hurting me. Let it.
Yes.
You didn't hurt me at all. Because I'm different. I'm not there.
Very good.
Outside Swamini, some of us also forget that we are the Atma. We become, Deha Buddhi comes automatically.
Then we
So-
as the class we know we are.
Yes.
As soon as we go out, we are
Right.
gone. That's what happens.
That is why it is good to come here.
Just practically, I always feel that if I don't forgive that person, and if that person doesn't even know that they hurt me, or even if they know they have forgotten, then I'm the one suffering, whereas they are going about their life happily. And so forgiveness is about me.
Yes.
I'm the one who is suffering because I haven't forgiven and moved on, whereas that person is fine.
But Shaila, I will tell you one thing, that if they are absolutely careless about it, and that carefree, they are not even aware of that, that means they have lost their sensitivity. That's not a good quality. You become so dense that you are not even aware and not sensitivity, and you're not sensitive enough to understand what is the effect of my words and my behavior on others. Look at them. When we speak, you should see others' faces. Their face go down. The way we sometimes people speak, they don't. This is my nature. I'm like this. This is no justification. What you are doing to them. I'm just making a comment, not to anyone or for general comment. Sometimes I see partners also, spouses also. I wonder how can they live together like this? One will speak so rudely, put the person down, and I just don't. And they're very happy in their lives, but we have no idea what that person is feeling, what that person is going through. Inside, they're breaking, it tearing them apart. So it's not a good quality to lose your sensitivity. Once you lose sensitivity, there is no difference between a stone and a rock and yourself. So we have to be very sensitive of how my words, my behavior is having effect on others. Then we will be careful. Certain things may be all hunky-dory to us. But what about others? They are coming from different setup, so they may find it very difficult to accept, like a new bride, going to the husband's house. This simple example I'm giving, and there everything is different, and they are not watchful about all this, how she must be feeling. They, all kinds of things they say and things like that, but it's difficult for her. So one must be sensitive. Sensitivity is a very good quality. It can hurt, but you come out of that hurt and remain sensitive. Sensitivity is a big thing. So this chapter,
So essentially what I'm learning is it's depending on who is hurting who, your behavior is going to be should be different. If I'm hurting somebody, I have to be more sensitive, be ready to say sorry. If the other side hurts you, you learn your lesson, let go. If there is a possibility of talking to the person, then you can talk and you can talk nicely and try to tell them that next time if you can be careful. And I was hurt.
I was hurt.
Whether they say sorry or not, you don't expect that.
Yeah, I was hurt by your words.
Then if you let go, then that monkey on your mind, that burden that you are carrying, you are letting that go and you behave equally good with them again next time.
Yes, that is
Equally,
also
that is
important.
very important.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
it's
you
very
are
important.
just superficially saying I'm letting it go, but in my mind, I'm carrying that.
Carrying, yeah.
So from our side, we have to literally let go.
Yes.
Let go is literally.
And be normal again.
Be normal, be equally jolly with them, or what the way the relationship you have, if it is possible. You have
It's a
to
big
work it
thing.
out, then it's different.
Person who can do this, is emotionally quite fit and mature. It's mature. Otherwise, for small things, I'm hurt and no speaking from tomorrow. We don't talk to each other. We don't look at each other. Everybody in their rooms, even though under one roof, That should not happen.
And learn our lesson.
Learn,
I
yeah.
expect this person is going to behave like this. If something like this comes, okay, you expect something different, and that person will behave in that way.
So last comment on this one.
Then other questions will remain. No.
Yeah.
No, this is the last comment. I'll take 30 seconds. If we learn from the two classes, okay, the answer to this is the way, at least from my takeaway, because instead of excusing or forgiving someone else, I separate myself from body to Atma. I forgive my body, which is paining, rather than forgive second body, which is other soul, okay, other Atma. Suppose we have a mistake, right? Who is hurting? My body is getting pain because other body hurt me. So I separate from my body. I excuse my body because it is getting hurt from other body. That is one point. The second day lesson, if you consider other body has also Ishvara, so you don't have to forgive Ishvara, some other one. Who are you to forgive someone else? Rather than I take from these two classes.
Kesha made it too complicated for me.
We have 10 to 11 classes.
Enough of now this forgiveness.
Yeah.
We can be. Now we'll proceed ahead. To her. No. Your question has really aroused everyone.
Because everybody is subject to the topic.
So now, I have always known about Prakriti. It was enlightening to know three gunas and how their presence affects us. Is there a shortcut or razor sharp focused approach to achieve and maintain sattva as prominent attitude and and shred rajas and tamas? I would think it is not easy. If it was, this world would be different. Okay, so what is the question? Is there a shortcut or a focused approach to achieve and maintain sattva? Yes, we gave the program this morning, no? That if you have tamas, come to rajas. If you have rajas, then transform it to sattva. And sattva means bhakti, sattva means karma yoga, sattva means values, sattva means morality. Bring them into I don't know who's. Bring it into your life. That will be sattva. That is the program for sattva. Sattva is definitely needed for spiritual growth, for harmony, and everything. For knowledge, yes. So, that is that. Can emotions be classified under gunas? Which, for example,
feeling depressed or sadness.
yes,
So,
that is tamas.
So we can classify the
Yes, you
emotions
can.
under gunas.
You
So
can.
happiness is sattva.
Yeah, cheerfulness, being pleased.
In a shortcut, right?
Let me-
the same question. The same Kama, Krodha, Lobha, this say 6, right? Can you categorize those 6?
Let me talk to her.
Yeah.
It is her question, so let me just talk to her. So, yes, depression will be tamas, cheerfulness will be sattva, being pleased, always happy, all that is sattva. Rajas will be, restlessness, that we have already discussed. And to your question, lobha, anger, all of them in tamas. Lobha will be in rajas also, but anger is in tamas. Huh?
So we have to work on our emotions, right? Like that helps also to go to sattva. Because most of the time, when we are not in a good mood, it makes us tamasic.
Yeah. Tamasic nahi, but if too much of depression is there, that means your mind is not able to think anything clearly. You are stuck somewhere. The thought, a particular thought or a pattern of thinking has caught hold of you. And you are not in a position to release that. And that is, eating plaguing you. So that is tamas, that is moha. There's some kind of confusion, and you are not yourself in a position to come out of it. So that is all tamas. Are rajas and tamas classified as likes and dislikes? No. Like.
I have heard like you can relate rajas to likes and tamas to dislikes. So, is that true?
Hatred will fall in tamas, but this is all rajas and tamas both. Because the person who is very restless, very ambitious, and go-getter will have lots of likes and dislikes. Those who are favorable to him in his pursuit, for them he will obviously have his like. For those who come in his way, he will hate them. So rajas also, this goes. And hatred is out and out tamas. Hatred to the extent that you can't stand a person. This is there in rajas and tamas both. I mean, there is not a strict line that this is tamas and this is no. It intermingles.
Overlap, right?
Yeah, they overlap. They overlap.
But like if you work on, like basically you always say like work on our likes and dislikes. So if we work on those, we can automatically get to the sattva.
True. That is the whole idea. The whole idea in Bhagavad Gita presented by Lord Krishna is this only. Raga dveshas will not work. Raga dveshas do not allow you to go. They don't let you see Ishvara. So karma yoga, you don't see them. You just do it for Ishvara, whoever the person is. But you see that you are doing it for Ishvara. That will neutralize your likes and dislikes. If you happen to like that person and still you do what is to be done, not what I like, this is this given by Swamiji. Karma yoga is not what I like, but what is right. Follow? So automatically, even if you don't like and you do it, that means it is right. You have neutralized your likes. It's the same way. If the person before you is someone whom you dislike and still you fulfill your duty, you are neutralizing your dislike for him. Because you have placed Ishvara over there, your duty over there. So that is the way, that's the whole idea. Can dislikes, can health issues affect the gunas?
If somebody is sick, they cannot be like be rajasic. They have to lie in the bed.
No, if knowledge is there, then it won't affect the gunas that much. But in absence of knowledge, sometimes health issues can intensify. Because the mind also is not free. Body is already affected. And mind also, see, body and mind are connected. So, your mind is going to affect your body and vice versa. But if knowledge is there, then it's a big thing. That will play as a big shield. But otherwise, mind can affect the body, and health issues can affect the mind too. It looks like it is easy to confuse sattva and tamas. Sattva and tamas? Okay, yeah. Okay, I understood your point. Also, it looks like we can easily move from sattva to tamas. How to know the difference? Yes, in sattva there is light. In tamas there is no light. Sometimes sleep and samadhi look same. Sleep and samadhi. In sleep also you are gone, sort of. In samadhi also ego is not there. In samadhi, ego is totally merged into that. So and when you sleep also, that time everything is withdrawn. That is why you could go to sleep. So looks the same, but there is big difference. In sattva there is light of knowledge. In tamas there is darkness, pure ignorance, nothing but ignorance. So that way they look similar, but they are not similar. One is knowledge, one is ignorance.
Like for example, like when we are we say like, okay, I don't want to hurt the other person. I'm also not going to get hurt, so we withdraw, and then okay, I need to go sleep. Then that seems tamas, but that in a way I'm not hurting others too. I feel that's sattvic also. So that is the difference. Like we can use that. Okay, I'm being in sattva because I'm not having conflict with others or
That you are avoiding, no?
yes.
You are withdrawing.
That is tamasic, right? So withdraw and avoiding is tamasic.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Because when you are sure that conflict, I mean, you are very sure you don't want to engage into any kind of conflict. But if someone is bent upon doing that to you, then you can't avoid it also. You have to face it sometimes. So it's better to face it and remain cool and calm.
Sometimes we feel like that's better. I don't want to be.
Or create a distance, as we said, create a distance. That can also be done. Done? Which books you suggest for our children to read to expose them to Vedanta? We have this Vedic heritage. Ranjana Ben? Ranjana Ben, Brinda, all of them, they can help you more. So many volumes are there. 8, so many? 7 to 8 volumes are there, no? Of Vedic heritage?
Yeah, there are about 7 to 8 volumes. They have made cards.
So there is very good curriculum for that. Whose question is this? Mine. So you can consult them, Nirupen. You can consult them. They'll be able to help you.
Okay.
We have a very good program for children, Vedic heritage, and according to their age, the volumes are prepared. So they'll be able to help you. Of course, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all of this they should, but plus basic prayers and everything. Everything is included in that. It's a very good, excellent work. So you can talk to them, and I think it is available here.
Yes.
In the bookstore, it is available.
And also, the one we run is currently virtual. And also, Aisha Vidya runs ABG, Aisha Bala something.
She will meet you. She will talk to you. Last question. Oh, yes. Anger is tamasic trait. How can we control anger? The big question. See, you have to make your expectations less. You have so many expectations of others and sometimes of yourself also. And everybody doesn't know this. And even if they know, they cannot live up to your expectations. And when they cannot live up to your expectations, then you get angry. So give up your expectations or make them as less as you can. Everybody is not there to fulfill your expectations. Even if they want, sometimes they cannot. They have their moods, they have their time, they have their own life to live. All the time they are not there to fulfill your expectations. Give them some space. Let them have their own lives. Give them freedom. But if I am so insistent about my expectation, no, it should be done this way. You should do this, you should do this. People have hard time living with such persons. It's very difficult. So then, and if both are like that, or in a group, then there are conflicts all the time. All the time. The weapons will be drawn all the time. So, and we should know that this anger is damaging me and damaging others also. It damages me, plus it damages others. And truly speaking, we have no business to damage others. absolutely no right to do that. Just because we have some power, we should not abuse that power. We should not. And the effect that it has on others, for years they cannot come out of that. For years, we either humiliate them first, and we have no idea how much it is affecting them. So don't use it. Don't use it. Learn to control yourself. As I said, decrease your expectations. As much as put up with things. Others are not bound to live the way you expect them to. So, anger is ultimately weakness, not strength. It is not sign of strength. It is sign of weakness, out and out weakness. And if you don't control it, then it will take you down. As Bhagavan Lord Krishna in second chapter, in second chapter shows this. That once anger comes, then you are losing the game. Until it came, and even after it has come, if you can control, then still it is in your hands. But once you just lose it, then everything can become history. Can become. So this is the work that we have to do with ourselves, These are big projects to be taken up. There are big projects to be taken up. Lot of work is there. We may retire from outside world, but not from here. To work and one should take it up as a challenge. No, I will change myself. I will change. So, and Bhagwan, take help of Bhagwan. Really. You are not alone in this. Take help of Bhagwan. Help me in this. Okay. So now Aruna, you had some, but it's already time up, but yes.
Maybe just one question, if not, we can do it another time, but what is Loba? Loba is the first part. And the second part is, some anger, I think you had said, was in tamas, and some anger is qualitatively in rajas. Can you clarify the qualities of the different kinds of anger, whether it's frustration or ego related or in the two parts?
I didn't get your question.
Some anger is in tamas.
In tamas?
Yeah.
Anger is tamas.
It's not, there's no rajas anger?
Rajas anger means, but tamas is generally, anger is generally classified as tamas.
Okay.
Precisely because you are losing your understanding.
Okay, that makes sense.
In anger, nobody can think straight.
Okay.
If Lord Krishna says, Dhyayeto Vishyan Pumsa Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamah Kamat Krodho Bijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha. You forget your education, you forget your upbringing, you forget who is standing before you. Maybe your teacher, maybe your parents, maybe an elderly person, sometimes mother also. But anger doesn't see anything. Means sammoha. Sammoha means delusion. And that falls in tamas. Tamas clouds. It clouds your understanding. Clouds whatever you know. Then you may repent. But in that impulse, in that impulse, you won't be able to think straight. Huh?
See, just to continue this nuanced discussion on these gunas, because I have the same question on the anger. I know it is tamas, it's very obvious. Somehow I can logically reason out that it can also come from Rajas. Rajas has strong likes, dislikes. But anyway,
It is thoughts.
yeah, my question is it you have come across a more in-depth discussion on gunas and there's something I personally would be interested in reading up on because that really helps in a practical way
It definitely helps.
for the inner transformation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it is for this reason only that Bhagavan talks about them. Why? So that we know where to work. Which, and sometimes, what happens when we don't pay attention to all this? Then, even if we have knowledge, this can come out at such times that it can be very embarrassing. And I'm just making a very neutral statement, like not directed at anyone, but we should know that our Puranas, in Puranas, we come across the lives of sages also, all rishis also. Such exalted knowledge they have on one hand. And then, so today when we talk, even for it raises questions in our mind, that why Durvasa Rishi cursed this one and that one. Yes, what does that show? That I mean, with all my respect for everyone, all sages, I'm nobody to speak on this. I mean, on them, but according to me, in your personality also, everything should be looked into. Kamaha, krodhaha, lobhaha, mohaha. You may be very knowledgeable, but if you have problem with your kama means passion. If that is a problem, if krodha is problem, if greed is problem, then still work is still not done, according to me. So all this needs to be straightened out. In theory, to understand I'm Brahman is one thing. If you are Brahman, why will this come? That means the personality is stronger than what you are. So, good. We read all this. So we know that even after this kind of knowledge, if some corners are not looked into, then they can pose a problem. They can pose a problem. So, Lord Krishna himself says, he has given everything in Gita, not left out anything. He says in 7th chapter, I think, Shaknoti haivaya sodhum prak sharira vimokshanat kama krodhodbhavam vegam sayuktaha sasukhi naraha. He says that until the last breath, Shaknoti haivaya sodhum, one who is able to withdraw, one who is not withdraw, one who is able to hold on, not express kamaha and krodhaha. That means one has to be careful till the last breath. Otherwise, this can take over. They can. If they can take over if you have not worked with them. So, never take any of these things for granted. That no, everything is over. Sometimes there is a tendency, that everything is mithya. Why should I worry about anything? Everything is mithya. Swabhav is mithya. World is mithya. This is mithya. This is how people justify. Mithya. Mithya mein kya hai? If everything is mithya, krodha should also become mithya. But it is coming. Other things also should become mithya. Attraction for money and other things, all this also should become mithya. But that doesn't happen. Ego is still there. If all those things are there, that means perhaps still I need to work upon nishtha. I need to work with my swabhava. So otherwise one can do something wrong. He says this very clearly, until the last breath. That one who can control it and not allow it to express. He is yuktaha, means he's together. He's a big yogi. I'm not that knowledge definitely will work with everyone. The knowledge will have its effect, but never take anything for granted. Sometimes people take liberties. Sometimes people tend to take liberties. That is why our Shastra is very strict about certain things. Why do's and don'ts are there? Tell me. Do's and
Sometimes people rationalize it, wrangler. They say it is chemical imbalance.
It may be, I don't know. I don't know.
I think there is some truth to that.
Okay.
So, I wanted to ask you that today you said that you said that Maya catches you in samskara, and that same Maya can release you from samskara. So
That what I meant was, say, Maya has two aspects. One is the Shakti. The Shakti is both ways. Shakti, it creates this. At the same time, if you pray to the same Shakti, to the Maya, the Devi, on Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, so many Devis are there. They are all Shaktis. So we pray to the Saraswati is Shakti. So getting deluded in the world is also Maya has worked with you. But to that same Devi, if you pray that release me from this, give me knowledge, then same that aspect of Maya itself will release you. That's what I meant. That is how it is given in Durga Saptashati. That is how it is presented. Okay. One more question.
One more question.
Just a comment. The comment I would say that this Sharira is a Prakriti as you described. But through we need the Sharira to get moksha. So use that Prakriti and through that only you can be again free also. So that is also another way of looking at the same thing, how the Shakti or the Prakriti can help you get moksha, freedom.
Definitely, mind is
Part of body, mind, intellect is all part of the Prakriti.
Yes. Last small button, then we will conclude. Today is Saturday, so I thought of singing a small dhun on Hanumanji. Vande Santam Shri Hanumantam. Vande Santam Shri Hanumantam. Ramadas Mamalam Balavantam. Ramadas Mamalam Balavantam. Vande Santam Shri Hanumantam. Vande Santam Shri Hanumantam. Rama Kathamruta Madhuni Pibantam. Rama Kathamruta Madhuni Pibantam. Parama Prema Bharena Natantam. Parama Prema Bharena सन्तं श्रीहनुमन्तं वन्दे सन्तं श्रीहनुमन्तं रामदास ममलं बलवन्तं रामदास ममलं बलवन्तं राम कथामृत मधुनि पिबन्तं राम कथामृत मधुनि पिबन्तं परम प्रेम भरेण नटन्तं परम प्रेम भरेण नटन्तं सर्वं राममयं पश्यन्तं सर्वं राममयं पश्यन्तं राम राम इति सदा जपन्तं राम राम इति सदा जपन्तं राम 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 ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ